Good morning, America. So this is day number 2 officially, my second morning. I'm waking up. It is approximately 25 degrees outside. And it feels like 17 according to my phone. I don't know how my phone can tell the temperature. Tell me what it feels like. But it feels like 0. No, I actually slept really great last night. Yeah, my dog keeps me warm. My blanket kept me warm. My sleeping bag kept me warm. I was just cocooned and like, it was just so peaceful last night. And I didn't get cold. So when I woke up this morning, I thought I was gonna be cold, and I really didn't get cold until I put on all my clothes. Odd enough as it seems. So today I'm just waiting on that sun to come out, and I'm going to go get another cup of coffee this morning from the same place, and we'll see where my day takes me, because I'm supposed to be making some money for this kennel today. And either way it goes, I will be getting a kennel tonight for my dog. And it's just, I have to. So hopefully I'll make tons and tons of money though, and I won't have to work till next week. So I had made this giant elaborate nomad checklist, had a big old tent, and this elaborate tent I was going to design, that I designed, and all this other stuff that I was like, oh yeah, I need this before I can make my move. I need this. You know what? That's all I needed right there. And it didn't even cost me $150 to buy it. So everything works out according to God's will. And I kind of manifested this into being quicker than I anticipated it being. So simply because I wrote that song, I believe, just really set it in stone. But I mean, guys, like I said, I made that giant list, and for what? All I needed was willpower. All I needed was a little bit of gumption. The last time I was doing this, it was a whole different ball game, and now that this is the second time around, and that this was actually planned, and that I'm ready for it, I've gathered up heavenly treasures. I haven't gathered earthly treasures. I gathered heavenly treasures. And all that is patience and willpower and mindfulness. Being very mindful of everything that's going on. And everything that I do. Because every time I'm not mindful, like last night when my dog ran off, I'm watching him right now. It got scary, and it could have went south, and he was actually barking at some police who had pulled somebody over. And that's how gangster my dog is. So he was barking at the police when I found him last night. It was crazy. And they didn't see him, or if they did, they didn't bother with him. So I'm glad everything worked out. And everything's going to continue to work out as long as I keep that frame of mind. Once again, day number 2, and I'm on my way to the laundromat. Not really to do any laundry. I just have to charge my gear. My computer should have still a half charge. My phone's almost dead though, so I can maybe get some applications in or something today. I gotta get something going before I come here. really starting to look bleak. I tried to call my friend again. He didn't answer. I'm just being tested by the universe. And just trying to see how graceful I can truly be. And the answer is, I'm going to be graceful. Because I don't see these things as problems anymore. I don't see this having no money and having all this as a problem. It's actually a solution to killing the little ego, or letting the little ego die. So I have plenty of time to meditate in the quiet. You know, not too quiet though. I'm near a bridge, which Buddha says, I think it was Buddha who said, it's good to meditate near a bridge that's busy. That way you don't fall asleep. And you can listen to stuff, either that or your mind don't start taking control. So, anyway, I had to stop and check my dog because he has a terrible problem with running off and pulling me, and this new life is just like, he thinks he's back in the freaking sticks again and he can act any old way he wants, and that's not the way it is. I don't care if he wants to stop and pee, but anyway, damn. So like I said, just going to charge. This was just for you, man. It's been a long time since I've seen your face. Been a long time since I felt your grace. It's been a long time since I've seen your face. It's been a long time since I felt your grace. It's been a long time, been a long damn time. Been a long time, been a long damn time. Now I'm feeling fine, now I'm feeling so fine. Now I'm feeling fine, now I'm feeling so fine. And I know it's true. I'm missing you. Alright, so this is Hygiene 101, raw as it gets. So, right here, I got my little setup. You know, I got this little cup thing. Just basically something to hold water in, anything. A razor, you know, a couple dollars. $1 for that, or $1.50, something like that. And then a wash rag, you know. And then as far as, you know, going and using the bathroom, I try not to pollute the waters around here. That's very disrespectful. So I go use the public restrooms over in the laundromat, and use you guys for a second, shave. But and then so yeah, I go do my business over at the laundromat while I'm charging my stuff, and then I come back here and I shave at camp. And like I said, when I'm disposing of the water, I'm gonna be very mindful of it, and I'm not gonna pollute. I'll be very, very respectful of Mother Earth. So, I'm sorry the sun's in your eyes. I'm really gonna have to get a camera stand, because I feel like I should be filming a vast majority of stuff like that, because like, all right, that's all cold water with the crystal springs. That's been getting nice and 25 degrees last night is what it got, and it felt like 17. And yeah, so I don't know, I'm not too bad. So the head's pretty short still. It'll give me something to do later on. So the main thing is here, guys, you got to stay busy. If you're in a situation like this and you got people that aren't answering your phone calls, that are blowing you off intentionally or not, you know, people got their other lives. I can't depend on other people to come through for me in this situation. So I can't get mad at them. You know, that's the first thing we do is get mad at other people, but they got lives too, you know, so they're just lost as confused as you are. So they're one step away from being in the same situation. So all it takes is one push, you know. So I'm gonna work on getting a camera stand and getting a real camera and all this stuff, man. So it's gonna come together. I don't care. Like I said, I'm not gonna get deterred. I might get a little bit frustrated every once in a while. That's because I know it's just a simulation, and I'm just like, come on, stop messing with me. All right. So I just lost my cool about an hour ago. I've calmed down now. I meditated it out, but the whole situation with the money and the dog, and then I've been trying to train him not to pull me, and he can read me like a book, and I was just in the greatest mood because I was near all these big trees. We went off in this big long trail to clear my mind, and as soon as I cleared it, he just started acting so ignorant, and I lost it, you know. So that state of bliss, if you choose, because there was this point where I was like, okay, if I flip the switch, he'll act right, which is what it is. He reads me like a book. So if I flip the switch and I just lose my shit and yell at him for a minute, and he can feel the way that I feel, so I don't even have to touch him. So I flip that switch, and as soon as I flipped that switch, he started acting right. But then after I flip that switch and I decide, well, I'm going to get angry, because it's a decision I make now. I decided, well, I'm going to get angry, and once I decided I was going to get angry, it just took me. So I have to be very mindful of that this is a very stressful situation, but not to be deterred, that the universe is throwing curveballs at me, and I have to anticipate them and catch them with grace. So other than that, hopefully everything's still going to come through. I did contact said person about videos, and he's had a very busy day, and part of me losing my cool on my dog was, you know, I was like, oh man, he hasn't called me all day, what's going on? And in the back of my mind, every bad scenario has happened, you know, and it's just that terrible mindset we have. So that's why I want to really just dig in deep here and, you know, root this out, because it's almost gone in me. And if I can get it all the way gone, I mean, there's no telling what I can manifest. So like I said, I can manifest some shitty things sometimes when I get pissed off, and I'm magical at manifesting those crappy things, but I have to learn how to clear my mind of all that and learn how to manifest these awesome things from scratch. And that's part of this, is part of having my freedom while achieving my dreams. It's possible. It's hard. It's challenging. And then it's easy. I hope. So, End of day number 2. Let's see, I started this on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. Guys, I'm out of it. So, I'm sick. As you already know, I'm sick. And then, I'm kicking that's ass. And then I just been stressed out all day. And I just let the stress get to me, that's all. So, other than that, things are looking peachy. I'm down to 6 apples and a couple of bananas that have been half frozen. And I just want a hot cup of tea or a hot cup of cocoa or anything like that right now, or something warm to drink or lay in or something, but that's just not within the realm of possibility right now. And that's gonna be okay. So the stress from that, it did get to me today, and I'm trying to just stay in meditation, stay mindful of every single thing that I do so that I handle this with grace, because like I said, one bad situation has been hitting me after another, just because it knows, the universe knows, hey, he wants to show him he can handle it with grace. Let's see if he can really handle it with grace. And so today, the conditions and the not having any resources, and then this music video thing, it's just not coming through. I mean, he called me back today, after I'd been stressing for hours. He called me back. It's gonna come through, just not in the nick of time like I need it to. And so I got to figure something out there. And it's a crazy adventure. But like I said, as long as I stay mindful and I don't lose my composure, all right, because I did today. I'm gonna admit I lost my composure today. My dog, he pushed me to my limit, and I'm using this as an excuse, but he just pushed me to my limit today. And in order for me to stop having to, check, because I constantly was having to just check him, come here, stop, dingo, come here, stop, come here. And I just got tired of it, so I just lost my composure, because I know when I lose my composure, he receives that, he can tell, and instant good dog. I don't have to even touch him. I just have to yell at him a couple of times, and he knows. Oh crap, he's mad. It's nah, man, you made me mad. Why'd you have to do this to me? And I reached that point today, and it's something else I'm working on. So all these things that I've been working on are suddenly coming to this violent climax, and I'm not really scared of it. I am feeling drained. I am feeling kind of kicked around. I feel played, not by any certain individual, just by the universe itself. Is playing a game on me, and that's what it is. It's all just a simulation. It's all just a simulation. Keep your calm, keep your composure. You will get through this. I will get through this. My stubborn, hard-headed dog will get through this. And oh yeah, I do have interview tomorrow. I'm for a dishwashing position, and that's at 2:30. I'm excited about that, but catch 22 on that, the dog needs a kennel. So this is gonna probably conclude the first episode here, and I'm not sure. These are probably gonna launch every few days, every other day, every day. I have no clue what right now. Everything is just so up in the air. It's crazy. So if you like crazy, if you enjoy crazy, this might be the place. So I'll show you how to deal with the crazy without losing your mind, okay? Because you can lose your composure. People lose their composure all day long, but I've far from lost my mind. Like, this is, like, after sitting down and meditating, this is just, and the only way I could meditate, like, y'all know, I'm a hardcore, at meditation. Today, my stress levels have been to the max, which I kind of like that, because the only way I've been able to meditate is to count backwards from 9. I can't even count backwards from 100. I couldn't even focus on that today. But I still stayed in my meditation. I did a little bit of yoga. I did chakra meditation. I'd count backwards from 9 after my stubborn dog, after my stubborn ego I lost control of it, okay? Because I didn't lose control of the dog, I lost control of my ego. A good trick for when you get cold, a good trick for staying warm is just to, you gotta keep moving. And like right before bedtime, you, dang, it's never gonna, my PC's battery's running low. Anyway, before you go to bed at night, move around a little bit. And what that'll in turn do is heat your space up a little bit. It'll get your body heat, it'll get your core temperature up, which will feed into your body, which will feed into the air, and then your whole little space will get warm. And I continue to insulate, so we should be good tonight. Last night was 25, tonight's 33. Smooth sailing from here, baby. I don't want a plushy life of doing what other people constantly want me to do for them. I don't want to be stuck in that trap. And I also am not gonna work 100 hours a week, 40 hours for this and 60 hours on that, because man, I'm telling you, this music, it takes about at least 20 hours a week on one song, and it's still in the rough baby stage at that point. So, and then the holistic and my practicing my disciplines, that's a whole nother job itself, because that right there is going to just, it's going to pave the way for the coming age, and it's going to pave the way for my upbringing, So if you want a king, if you want a kingdom, if you want an empire, if you want a company, a corporation, something big like that, you need to have a president. You need to have a ruler. You need to have a king. And how do you do that? You have to learn how to run this thing. And that's why I'm saying I can't have that plushy life. I gotta have a life of freedom, so I have creativity. I also gotta have a life of nature, so that I can just have all that good energy. and I have to have a life. I'll have to have a life of freedom, you know. And so we all choose what that freedom is. We all have to work, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't choose to try to, you know, fight an uphill battle. You know, I'm trying to level it out a little bit so that the next 4 years, I will build myself up spiritually, and at the same time build myself up materialistically, you know, because I won't be spending as much money on rent. I won't be spending as much money on that kind of stuff. I won't be having to work so much to achieve the things I want, you know, because now what I want only cost me $100 or so a week compared to $2,000 a month, and I'm scraping by. What's going on here? You know, it's because we want to live that plushy, cushy life with the Netflix and the Hulu and all the and the TV and the electric bill and the water bill and the apartment bill. And how do we get ahead, guys, while we're trying to achieve our dreams and our goals, which is to work on our music and stuff? We can't work on our music. You can't work on your music. You can't be inspired if you're constantly working for this man and that man, and you're worried about the bills being paid. It's just, it's a creative killer. So that's what I mean by plushy life.